Hi, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the IAMT podcast. I'm Matt Stagg, and I am here with two fantastic guests. One you would have heard of earlier is the CEO of IAMT, Saleha Williams, and we're also now joined by Nicola Cogotti, who's the founder and CEO of Cogs. We are going to talk about AI. Everybody does, but actually, what we're going to do now is there's some things that IAMT have done, and Nick's been helping us with. So we're going to talk about that, but also how Alpha Cogs and the work they're doing around agentic AI really helps the industry in terms of being able to work out all of their different workflows and different ways. And we'll hear lots more about that from Nick. But I think we can start off with May. Now, Saleha, can you tell us? Everybody's talking about May, but we need to hear it from you.
Everybody's already using May. We launched it this morning at 8 o'clock, and we've had tons of people. I mean, I think we broke the Wi-Fi at one stage. Seriously. So May stands for MediaTech AI. It is part of the rebrand and innovation that we, as the IAMT, the International Association of MediaTech, are doing for our members. And effectively, this is Alpha Cogs technology. They have designed and worked with us to put May as an agentic AI model on the brand new website that also launched today, IAMT.org or the IAMT.org. So May is a game changer for the media technology industry, certainly for IAMT. And we have trained it on our entire knowledge vault of member content. So we have this vast amount of thought leadership, news, products, information. And Nick and his team at Alpha Cogs have just taken all of that and put it into this amazing AEO, so answer engine optimization. So where we were previously, we were highlighting SEO, we were driving buyers to our website and then through to the media members' websites. We now are positioning through May IAMT members as the answer to the industry's pain points, operational issues, challenges, as well as all the great news. So for us, it's an incredible application and tool that we cannot thank Nick and his team at Alpha Cogs enough for.
It's fantastic. And I wonder, it would be really, now we've got you here, but Nick, from being a media and entertainment in the industry and seeing from, many, from cameras through to production and out to the consumer. But AI came in, what it was like, everybody was talking about it. But they were talking about generative AI. That's what most of the public use. And I think it was almost the agentic wasn't quite as interesting in terms of those headlines, deep fakes, all of that stuff. Oh, our jobs are going to go, and all of the Netflix writers will go on. But it's the workhorse, isn't it? Could you explain a little bit more about agentic AI and how Alpha Cogs use it? Because you guys are right up there leading the charge on this.
First of all, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to do May with you. And yeah, agentic AI is a big topic in the industry, especially other industry, not only media, like fashion, luxury, and education. Agentic AI is really a game changer for many of these industries because power not only automation and for reducing costs and also improving efficiencies, but also the reasoning on that. So it's not only automatic automation, sorry for the repetition, but it is a reasoning with the automation. And that open up a whole new game, and we will see it with May as well. We will be able to put, for example, directly in contact vendors and broadcaster, for example. Why not? May could act as a bridge in creating the opportunities to book meetings, for example, for the two. If that is something in the fashion industry, for example, agentic AI are reshaping the interaction between the audience with the brands. So opening up in-shop experiences where the content can be shaped and customized in real time for user experience. So agentic AI, it can be used in a variety of situations, not only in improving efficiency, but also connecting people with brands that they love and the stories that these brands also tells.
Yeah, and so is that and you said something that resonated is, automation's been there many times, but it's that reasoning behind it is the bit that we need more things like this to explain it, explain to people, because you've got some, especially if you look in, so I'll come to sports. So we've got so much content and it's all there and we want to sweat the assets. And actually now that we're looking at different ways of digesting, with personalization and different form factors, actually we've probably already got the stuff done. It's almost like you would say on the editing room floor, and but we can't find it, and this is exactly where, and nobody wants to go and do that job, and when you come out of university. So I'd be quite interested in how you feel first, Saleha, that this is going to help bring the value. So I understand the value for members, but uh, can you give us sort of another example of how a member could use this to really sort of elevate some of their some of the knowledge that you have? Your business intelligence unit is phenomenal.
Yeah. So I think it's as you said, that the analogy is the same, whether it's sports content or fashion content, but it is being able to really cut through to very specific, ask a question and get a very direct answer, but then also feed, would you like to know more about this, this, and this? So, for example, we've just launched the State of MediaTech report from our Business Insights team. And that actually talks about these wider markets beyond broadcasting and how they need immersive content experiences that AI, from an agentic and generative perspective, can help accelerate. But being able to go into, not everyone has the time to read 100-page data report. Some do, and we still provide that. But if you need a quick answer, whether you are another member, whether you're a member of the press, and certainly if you're a technology buyer, you can go into May and say, okay, give me examples of organizations who are specializing in sports remote production. Give me examples, who did it at the latest Olympics in Milan? Who did, and because we have so many assets where we have interviews, articles, website updates, which are all real and live, you're able to provide information that is cited as an authoritative source, whether it's who should I go and talk to as a company, a person, where do they sit in the value chain, and how can I then potentially partner with that or look at innovation around that. So it's not just about the information, it's about the decision making that it enables, and being able to then be at the center of the industry, of the media tech industry. This positions IAMT that really amplifies our members' products, services, innovation, and news to anyone that needs to see that or understand that, to drive more business. So I think it's exciting because we kept testing May even before we flew out at Heathrow, and it just is so intelligent because it takes you to, I was asking, give me the latest examples of what Grass Valley are doing. Grass Valley is a massive company. And it came up with several sources, all of which have come through IAMT, and then was asking me, would you like to know more about this particular area? Or would you like to know about what Grass Valley is doing at an AB show? And I suddenly, my planning time of who do I go and talk to? Where are they? What are they promoting? It's just, it's incredible. So, there's so many use cases around it that enable decision making because of the knowledge behind it, but definitely within a very authoritative, independent, neutral platform because for us, it's on the IAMT platform.
Yeah. Um, where does this technology go next, Nick? Because I always know you're always thinking about the next thing whilst running it, but is there things on the horizon around agentic AI that you're looking at, interested or developing?
Yeah, so the best thing for me is that this is just the beginning. This is the very core of the technology, but it can expand in so many ways that we cannot even see at the moment. This one will become a work in progress, especially with the feedback we receive to see which area we're gonna cover. But the possibilities are endless. For us, me personally, I love the fact that we want to bring technology closer to people. Like we were discussing before, the industry is always talking about automation, about cutting costs, about making people more efficient, using better daytime. So this vision for us is bringing people to be closer to a machine rather the other way around, right? We want make the inverse. We want to make machine be closer to people, right? So, for example, May has got what we call a hand-free experience. So you can talk to her like we are doing it, and she will answer. I use the female. I'm sorry, that's what it was for.
See, what accent has she got?
Sorry,
What accent is she?
American accent. Yeah.
I wondered because I haven't heard.
So she can talk to you like you would with a normal person, and as we were discussing before, she will be able to take actions for you as well. So let's imagine that a broadcaster agrees to give a calendar of availabilities, right? And May can then put in contact vendors and broadcasters, knowing that these broadcasters are looking, for example, for a particular technology. May knows it, and a vendor can get and be booked in a meeting to get in direct contact with a broadcaster. So easing in this connection there are between vendors and broadcasters that nowadays is very difficult, and not for anything is that technology is so vast and evolves so quickly. The broadcasters or buyers they may not know yet they have right next door someone that can do actually what they need. So this is, for example, a possibility with May that we can do.
No, it's amazing, and I think it's worth bringing up because we're on the topic. Is when people start to talk about AI, they talked about it's going to take my job, and actually when I thought of it, and I was talking quite a lot with people from the industry, and I said, well, actually AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use it will.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing it now. But what's really nice here, at walking around the show floor, is actually seeing it's being done, and not just being talked about. And it's it's not a buzzword. It's just how are you using AI, not are you going to use it. And I think so. If when this goes out, if people want to come and get in touch, learn more from Alpha Cogs, how can they get in touch with you?
From the website, obviously, we have also an
Through the IAMT website marketplace.
Yes. Go. Making chat to May while it.
They say, May, where is Nick this week? I need a meeting with Nick.
and she has got all my address. But my wife is actually jealous of her. She knows more of that. So
But no, to be fair, the AlphaCogs website is
alphacogs.com.
AlphaCogs.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I hope you learned a lot. I certainly did. It's been fantastic. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Saleha. And we'll be back more from the podcast studio later on. Thank you for watching.